Good morning. Getting ready to go teach Zumba, but I thought I would go ahead and say that I'm making a video today with the most commonly asked questions that I get after losing 200 pounds. People got a lot of questions, lots of questions. So today I'm going to answer some of them. So see you soon. Okay, class is over. It was great. Really good class. Question one. I get this all the time, and I thought I'd just go ahead and answer it while I'm thinking about it. Did I have weight loss surgery? And the answer is no. I did not have weight loss surgery. I think weight loss surgery is a great tool. I think it really is a wonderful thing for many people. I personally did not pursue it, although I did think about it. There was a time that I was actually considering pursuing weight loss surgery. My insurance wasn't keen on it, basically was kind of the way that I ended up dropping that. But no, I personally did not have weight loss surgery. I know many people who did, who have been very successful with it, and I know some people who did who haven't been as successful, but that was not something that I used. I think the second most common question I get is, what did you eat to lose 200 pounds? And this is always a weird question to me because I feel like that's really personal. And by personal, I don't mean like I'm unwilling to share, because I am. But I feel like just because something works for me doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you. And vice versa, right? Like you might do something that works really great for you, but it wouldn't necessarily work for me. For me, personally, I did low carb. I was very, very, very low carb at first, probably keto, you would say. I've kind of evolved to more of a low carb rather than keto diet. And that's just a difference in like eating slightly less carbs, basically. People are real weird about keto too. And I was a weird person about it for a long time, probably. But people get very angry and defensive about their version of keto, which I just find real weird. Frankly, you know, I've had people say like carrots aren't keto, and I'm like, carrots didn't make me fat, calm down. Like it's not that big of a deal. But because I work out so much, I've kind of incorporated in some things like fruits and things like that I didn't previously eat. And I still eat really low carb, and even like the fruits I choose are very low carb as well. But that really worked for me. And I actually kind of found it by accident. I had done Weight Watchers, you know, forever, and I had really terrible migraines. So I stopped eating sugar just because I randomly found something online that said that might help. And it actually not only helped, I lost like 7 pounds in a week, and I was like, holy cow, something's going on here. So the more I looked into it, the more I realized that a lot of those things like, and again, this is just my experience, just for me, things like sugar and wheat and pasta, stuff like that, were very inflammatory for me. And that's just me. Again, like I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, everybody should eat keto, everybody should eat low carb. I don't actually believe that. I think what you should do is what works for you. And that's the only reason I'm a little hesitant to talk about my food, because I think people think, oh, it worked for you, so I'm going to do exactly what you do. Even if you did, which I wouldn't recommend, because if you've seen my previous videos, I have days when I'm not great on my eating. But even if you did eat exactly like I did, it may or may not work the exact same way for you. I think you just got to figure out like what works for you. So the next question I get a lot is, what kind of exercise did you do to lose 200 pounds? And honestly, when I first started trying to lose weight, I walked a lot, because all I could do was walk. And I just said walk, and my dog got very excited. So we're going to do that next. But all I could really do was walk. So I just walked a lot all the time. Now I'm really into boot camp style workouts. I do that a lot. I teach Zumba, and I also love to dance. So dancing Zumba is super fun. I also do what's called Strong Nation. It's a program that was actually developed by Zumba, and it was, they used to call it, this is way more information than anyone cares about. They used to call it Strong by Zumba, but people were a little confused about what it actually was. Basically, it's like HIIT cardio, choreographed to music. I really enjoy that quite a lot, but it is hard on these old bones. So mostly what I do these days is some combination of those throughout the week, and I walk every single day. So I think I'm going to take my little miss here for a W, and I'll be back in a little bit. I think the final question that I get the most is, what is the biggest change in your life? What's the thing that's the most different since you've lost all the weight? And I think it's really that I can just kind of go through the world being invisible. Like, I don't get remembered for my weight. I get remembered, well, sometimes I just don't get remembered, which is also kind of great. You know, I can just kind of move through the world without being noticed, which is pretty cool. But people don't remember me for my weight. They might remember I have green eyes, or they might remember the way I laugh or something like that. And it's really nice. So that's one thing that I definitely do think is very different, and I like quite a lot. So I'll probably make a video not in the not too distant future about the things that are harder and the things that I don't really like about losing 200 pounds. But safe to say, I think the majority of things that have happened have been pretty positive. So I like to focus on the positive as much as possible. So thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please click like. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I appreciate your support, and we'll talk to you soon. Hey, Macie, you want to get a puppuccino? You want to go get a puppuccino? I think that's a yes.